Welcome back everyone to another video, and in this one we'll be taking a look at the volume of prisms and cylinders. This one should be pretty straightforward. We're just going to look at the formula, how to use it, what to plug in. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Alright, so the volume of a prism and cylinders are considered prior knowledge. So the volume of a prism is essentially the volume of the base times the height. We can also think of the base sometimes, it depends on the shape, as the cross section. Kind of if you cut this thing in half. If I cut this in half, or if I cut this in half, what shape would that section be that I'm going across? Well, in this case, we would have a square, here we'd have a triangle. So it does depend on the shape. But if you take the area of whatever that shape is and you multiply how high or how tall this shape happens to be, you will have your volume. That is going to give us a cubic measurement. And let's go ahead and take a look at a really straightforward problem. Let's say that we have a kidney lake in the Voluem Mountains. That is a beautiful piece of water. But let's take a look at a pretty easy example. So we have a kidney lake here in the Voluem Mountains of Bulgaria. All right, it's in the shape of a kidney. And we know that the area of this lake, basically off of like topography, is 85,000 square meters. And the average depth of the lake is going to be 28 meters. So what is the volume? Well, I'm going to already have the area of my surface or my cross section, which is 85,000. That's going to be what the area is here. And then how deep am I going to go? Well, I'm basically going an average of 28 meters deep. So if we think about that, the volume would therefore just be 85,000 meters squared times 28 meters. And you know you're on the right track because meters squared times meters is going to give you meters cubed, giving you a volume measurement. And I want my answer in standard form. So if I went ahead and put this into my calculator, we're going to go ahead and find that the answer is going to be 2,380,000, but we want this in standard form. That is going to give us 2.38. Remember that we need one number to the left of the decimal place. And how many units are we moving over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we went ahead and multiply 10 to the 6th. Cubic meters, we found the volume. Let's take a look at another example problem, this time using a cylinder. So if we want to calculate the volume of a cylinder, what we know is that the cross section, we cut this in half, is also going to be the same thing as the area of our base here, which is a square. So we know that the volume is going to be equal to pi r squared, the area of the base or the cross section, times how high this thing is, which is going to be the height. Okay, so volume is going to be equal to pi 2 squared times the height, 7.5. Putting that into our calculator, rounding it to 3 significant figures, is going to give us 94.2 cubic centimeters. So just like that, it's pretty easy. Now let's take a look at another volume problem, but this time we're going to use the same exact approach, but we're going to use a formula from one of our previous videos. So let's find the volume of a triangular prism whose base is an isosceles triangle with equal sides 12 and the angle between them being 130. The height of the prism is 15. Now this problem was very nice and it already extracted us the triangle out of the problem. So 12, 12, and 130. So again, when I look at this, if I look at my cross section here, it is going to be that isosceles triangle. So my volume is going to be the area of my triangle times the height. Now, I know that the height of the prism is 15, so I know that h is going to be 15. So I need to find the area of that triangle. So remember, the area of a triangle, of any triangle, can be found by taking 1/2 times a times b times the sine of c. And if you think about this, it's whatever this angle is, times the length of the two sides that kind of create that angle or that sandwich that angle. So I'm going to find that my volume is going to be 1/2 of a, which is 12, b, which is 12, then the sine of c, which is going to be 130 degrees, times the height, which is going to be 15. Now, if I put all that into my calculator and hit the enter button, I will find that the 3 significant figures, this is 827. So my volume is going to be 827 cubic centimeters. And there we go. That's how we can use some of what we learned before in order to find the area of the base, so that way we can figure out what the volume is of whatever shape we're given. All right, hope that helped a little bit, and I'll see you all in the next video.